landing, yeah. There was a landing there, and he came and built a shack. And they had the boarding house and the tent that across the road. We buried when we tore the old house down. It was just to the north of your house now. That old fall, that was the original old tavern, a question mark. A lot of people don't know that. And Joe was across the road from that. And he had a toilet there. They say he had money hid in a jar. And it's in around there someplace, but who knows where. When you take that little drive that Dad had that went around, connecting drives, and that road that we made that went back to the field, he was right there. Well, we had a picture of the house. I don't know where it ever went. Yeah, he froze. They found he froze to death.
He has lived up in the Chippewa Valley all his life. He told me one time that the Chippewa Valley contained 1/5 of the world's supply of white pine. Is that right, Smokey?
Oh, yeah.
And you watched it timber off.
I watched some of it, not all of it. Let me give you that book.
I hunted down there. It's the first year, 1949. And you can see Dosdale's house over there. It was Dosdale's then. And then I moved. You know where my stand is right there, just across the swamp under the oak tree. Well, the deer were all coming here. So Dad and me looked it over and he says, why don't you get this little hole here and you get yourself a good spot in the trees. And so I came over here the year after the big bomber went down, 1967. I came here for the first time. No, I was right there, right across the swamp. Oh, I walked over there, and I did shoot a deer that year. The bomber went down. Was cold. I walked over there for a little bit, and I looked, and here went a goddamn 10-pointer, and I knocked him down. Well, and I was cleaning him out, and here went another 10-pointer going that way. Taylors and all them were in here, and I knocked him down. First year I had my new 308 with the scope putter. Brand new Redfield scope mounted from the old guy over there on the lake. Mounted and tested for $40. Redfield scope, Whitefield, Redfield. And the mounts. And he sighted her in. He was good old Joe Yackham. So, military guy, you know. Oh, he says, I don't need to make a lot of money from you young guys, Tom. He says, you got $40 in your pocket? Yeah. So I give him an extra $5 for the shells and some stuff.
Well, I got there, Rob, because that used to be a pretty good spot. And my first stand that I ever had when I was just a kid, that's where I stood up in there, a little bit further up. And we didn't have many deer at that time, and they were pretty thin. They had a big slaughter. They killed them all off, and back in 49, they had a 2-week season and all that stuff. I don't know if you know about that. That's way back. I was in Milwaukee, and Grandpa found it. Okay, well, let's see. Grandpa found that, and he killed a buck or two there and saw more. And because there was deer then. Hell, we did good every year. And so because I was way in Milwaukee and I couldn't get up there to really look around a lot and all that, Grandpa said, well, you take that one, and then he went down further. And yeah, that turned out to be a really good stand. And that was about, let's see, when did I get out of Milwaukee? 66. Already had that. Oh, man, I'm going to say back in the early 60s, probably about 62 or so.
My first deer came from across the creek at my most favorite place. Dad and I went over there, and we crossed on the old right-of-way, and he had me that stand. Well, I didn't see nothing there, and then Dad went up above. Well, I didn't know where the hell he went. I mean, I didn't even know the woods. I didn't dare leave the stand or I'd get lost. And Albert Fatsinda and a number of guys came to me. Albert once threw me a 10-point buck the first or second year, and I waited for a shot, and it went behind some trees. I never saw it. It was huge. And then I killed my first deer at that stand where you and I went with the little boat. It was the Saturday next to end. It was a hell of a cold season. Nobody had a deer, Dad not, and doozies were hunting with us. And Dad made a drive from up above on the point. He went across the creek above me, and he drove to that place, and an 8-pointer came, and I got it. I shot and missed it, and the deer was so dumb he came and stood closer. And I was the only one got a deer. Philip was just down from me. And then Dad fell in the creek trying to get across. And we got the deer out of there, and that was the end of our hunt. And I don't think we went out the next day, but he didn't. He had a horrible cough and was in bed for 3 or 4 days after that.